Joining me now is Niamh Dunne of Beoga. Conas Tatu.
Come to Fane.
Anawa. And we were just chatting there, of course. Cara Conlish lady, born and bred.
Indeed.
And of course, residing in Antrim now. It's great to chat to you.
You too, Megan. Thanks for having me on. This is lovely.
Not at all. It's great. I love chatting to artists now, and it's like especially when it involves gig news, because I think that's what we all need right now.
Yeah, I think there's definitely an appetite amongst us all, myself included. I can't wait to get back out to gigs and as an audience member every bit as much as a performer. I think we've all missed it and kind of realised how important it is for us all, I think, in this last year.
Absolutely. And in a little while, I want to talk about the EP Breathe, of course, but I just have to, of course, bring back to a couple of years ago, and when Beoga went on the international stage and suddenly became a household name across the world, and not just for your trad music, but of course in every genre. I feel working with Mr. Ed Sheeran. Can you bring us back to that moment back in, was it 2012 or no, when was Ed bringing out this? When was Galway Girl and Nancy Mulligan?
It was a bit more recent than that. I don't have the date off the top of my head. I'm desperate with dates, Megan.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I was literally going, wait, we're not 2020, we're 21 now.
It was 2017.
Was it 2017? It was 2018.
16, 17, around then, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was like, 2012 was, I wasn't even in Ireland, I think, at that stage. But talk to us about that, how that was like working with him, and suddenly then Beoga being like blasted across the world.
Yeah, it was great. It was a fantastic time for us, and we're mates with Ed. We're good mates with Ed, and he's been very, very good to us. And I think it kind of changed us as a band, really, and kind of changed the kind of music that we decided to play. And after such a long time together, it probably gave us a new lease of life, gave us a new sort of focus, and got excited about a new direction and about exploring different types of genres, and so it was a really exciting time.
And I think it really brought that trad sound into the mainstream as well now, because we're seeing it more and more since then. And I just think it's class. I think it works so well, and it's lovely mix as well. And of course, it's given trad music another boost around the world. But bringing it back to Beoga, it was 2002 you all formed. Was it at one of the Flas, or you played together at a Fla?
Yeah, I think that was when it was decided that the band would kind of give the band a go, so to speak. I know two of the lads, Sean Og and Eamon, kind of grew up playing music together anyway. They knew each other. And then Liam and Damien, kind of the younger guys and the older guys, but the Liam and Damien would have played together a lot as well. So it kind of happened quite naturally then. And then I came on board a few years later. So yeah.
And that's something I suppose we've missed in the past years, that the Fla, like I'm currently in Limerick, and I know, obviously the Willie Clancy and Milltown, Malbane, West Clare, and, the different Flas that happen across Ireland. It's just, I think it was a huge loss last year. I think everyone really missed it, because it's just such a sense of community as well. And I remember when I went to my first Willie Clancy and just seeing a bunch of musicians just come into a bar, sit down together, and off they went, and I was mesmerized. And I kept saying, that's it now, I'll be back every year. And of course, last year didn't happen, so it's been really tough for all the music industries, but I know in particular, like, not seeing those going ahead in those different trad festivals.
Yeah, it definitely has. And the whole industry has ground to a halt. It's more than just festivals, so I guess, I'm definitely hopeful. Things seem to be picking up, and hopefully we'll be able to move forward from this awful time, and things will get better. And you have to kind of be optimistic, and you have to have hope and all of that. But I also kind of am concerned and worried that I hope we don't lose too many people. I hope that whether it's the artists or whether it's the crews or the really, really talented lighting and sound engineers and venues and, all of these really important parts of the music world, I just hope that when the doors open again, we'll still have all those people, because it's been very, very difficult for people to hang on. I think people are hanging on by their fingernails, and I suppose when things do open up, it's just vital that we support all of these people, like, that really have had nothing for the past year. Other businesses and industries have been able to open here and there, online or different sort of versions. But yeah, it's been, we need to look after our artists for sure.
Absolutely. I think you mentioned there with the whole production and everything, a lot of people I think went into other careers because, there's only so long you can sit at home and not work. And as you said, I think though, once their opportunities come back to get back into venues, I think they'll all be only delighted to get back into it. And I think, as you mentioned there, as gig goers earlier on in the chat, I said, I'm a gig goer and I cannot wait to be going through a door of a place, handing in a ticket and standing up there and just watching music and live music. And I think it's just something that everyone's really looking forward to. And I think this week now, seeing England open up the way it has, I think it's given us all the hope that we need. And while we might be jealous looking over at them, it's like, nope, that's going to be us. We're next. And I saw the cheers from, I think it was like Carnaby Street, of everyone sitting outside and everyone was just in such a celebratory form. So we all do look forward to that moment. But of course, Niamh, reason we're talking today is your EP Breathe. I was listening to it here while I was getting ready. Talk to us a bit about putting it all together and, was it from this past year or what's the story behind it?
I mean, I think there's definitely a couple of tracks on there that kind of came to light before the pandemic, if you like. Pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, everything is one or the other these times. But so there was stuff kind of in the pipelines and ideas, and as there always is with us as a band, there's always kind of things. And then Sean Oak has a studio here in County Antrim, so we're, as a band, we're very, very lucky that we have that sort of opportunity and facility available to us. And it was a matter of trying to do it over lockdown and sending things over and back and recording in bedrooms and all this sort of stuff. And when things were a little bit more open last September, we actually got together for 3 or 4 days and tried to kind of finish it, really. And then it was a decision about what to do with it now and when to release it. And so we're delighted to finally have it out there in the world, and we're very, very proud of it. And I think it's kind of, it's not really praising the year. It's probably more like of a nod to the year. And I mean, it's impossible not to write about what's around you, I suppose. But we like to think it's kind of a hopeful piece of work. We're heading into the summer now, so I'm hoping it's going to be like a road trip soundtrack for a lot of people, and get it on in the car and play it good and loud and put the windows down and go and meet your friends and family. And so I think it's kind of a hopeful sort of work.
I can confirm it is, because as I said, I was kind of potting around here getting ready how to play, and I was just like, yeah, no, this is what we need. This is what we need right now. It's like, as you said, it's getting brighter now, like the sun is shining today. It's like you need good music and hopeful music as well to go with it. And as I said, we are coming out of this slowly but surely. Of course, I must mention as well, there's gigs on in Dublin on the 25th and Belfast on the 26th as well. So it's great to see that there's a few gigs coming up in the pipeline, because I think it's always nice to see more and more happening.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to getting back out there, and it's strange. I mean, we've rescheduled these gigs, I think 4 times at this stage, so you kind of learn not to kind of put all your hopes on them. But all being well, if things keep going the way they're going, we're really, really excited to get back to playing real gigs. As good and all as the online ones are, there's no replacement for the real deal,
Oh yeah, no, it's going to be absolutely incredible. And of course, Niamh, for everyone to keep up with everything that's going on with Beoga, where can we find you on social media?
We're on all the usual haunts, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and all of those things. So you'll find everything there. We have a mailing list as well, so if you Google us, you'll find the website there, and you can keep in touch that way. So, and we're really hoping to see you all on this gig on the 17th. We're excited about it's like our first time playing the new music as well, so we're excited about that.
Oh, it's going to be super. Now, before I let you go, I do have to ask, when you will get back to Limerick, what are you looking forward to most?
I mean, it sounds a bit obvious and maybe a little bit funny, but the thing I'm really looking forward to seeing my family. It's been a very long time since I've seen them, so I'm living in the north here, and it's bizarre. It's looking like I'll probably be vaccinated before my parents will, which is it seems cracked. But so really looking forward to that and seeing my sister. And after that, I suppose a couple of pints and Dolan's wouldn't go straight.
Oh, I tell you, I love walking into that venue and just the trad session at the front and some other gig at the back. It's an incredible place. I know, I think any artists I've spoken to can't wait to get back to Dolan's.
Yeah, I mean, I got married in Dolan's. We had a gig out in the back with the session in the pub, with upstairs, with our whole wedding party in there. So it's a very special place for me and my husband, So Great place for a wedding.
Yeah, I was just thinking there, I was like, you just said that. I was like, yeah, that just sounds like ideal, especially for anyone that's anyways involved in the music industry.
Yeah, we just had one big gig and they just looked after us so well. So it's a pretty special place. Yeah, I think it's a very music centered place as well, which is really important and really good for the city, actually good for Limerick, you know.
It's actually such a great idea. And you know what? I think you'll see more and more of that happen now. I think people are going towards the kind of quirkier weddings too, and you know, not going to down the usual one. But I think Dolan's there now. Jeez, you're onto something there now, so I tell you.
It was great. I think highly recommend it.
Well, Niamh Dunne of Beoga, Gurmila Malgath for chatting to us today. And you know what? We can't wait to welcome you back to Limerick as well. And of course, best luck with all the gigs. And of course, the EP Breathe is out now.
Thanks very much. Great to talk to you.